Ugh. It's half time in an absolutely massive game at Carrow Road. And it's Carrow Road, yeah. It's Norwich City 0, Watford 0. The butterflies are going once again, people. Midweek games, so much on the line, so much at stake. Norwich win, they have the title. Watford win, a crucial step towards automatic promotion. We just have to keep pushing. We've had chances, we haven't put them away, and you fear that we might pay for that, but hopefully we can stay strong defensively and take a chance of their own, of Watford's own. So let's go through that first half, shall we then? And there's no doubt that the man of the match so far is one man and one man only, Ismaila Sarr. I mean, to be fair, I say that. Joao Pedro has been really impressive with his footwork and his distributing of the passing out to the right-hand side. But Sarr has been the threat. We've basically utilised the right-hand side of our attack and the left-hand side of Norwich's defence. I don't know why, but Sarr's getting given so much room to kind of dribble and go to the byline and take on the defenders and whip in balls. But the problem is, right now, when we're whipping in those balls, whether that be Sarr or Craig Cathcart in his right-back spot right now, there's not the players in the box to actually be on the end of those crosses, and there's not players committing to kind of be on the end of the delivery. So right now we've got to change the players that we bring into the box, but also we've got to give Sarr a bit of support. You know, it's all very well giving it to him on the right-hand side, but if there's no players close enough to him to make those little passing moves, then it'll be too difficult. It really is nervy, I've got to say. There's just something in the air tonight, and I don't like it. I don't, because we know that if we lose here, we'll really make it an uphill struggle, and we'll have to win all our games and hope other things go well. So, yeah, what we need is 8 points mathematically to confirm it, and ideally a little bit less than that, because if we win some of our games, and basically if Brentford and Swansea drop points anywhere across the road, it will be less than 8 points. But yeah, we just can't, rest on our laurels, and I've got to be honest, I'm just absolutely sweating. But let's see how it goes in that second half. So 3rd minute in, we were playing a little bit slow to begin with, Watford, very early on to begin with. And basically Sarr just kind of floats in a ball, and it's easy for Tim Krul to grab it. And then suddenly Watford start stepping off Norwich and actually start dictating the game. And it's really good to see, because we want a reaction off last week, which was just an awful performance against our rivals Luton. So ultimately, suddenly we're starting to really show a bit more determination, show a bit more attacking knowledge and creativity. And on 7 minutes, really good from Craig Cathcart. He's playing that right back spot, but it actually allows him to get forward and put those balls in, which, fair play, he's got that in his locker, even though he's a defender. And he puts in a really good delivery, but Gosling has a header, and he just really should be getting this on target. It's a great opportunity, and he just can't keep it down. You got to say, though, Gosling is, pressing pretty well in his something like his 3rd league start. I think he deserves to get more starts, and it's good to see Shishko kind of slightly adapting it because of Chalobah's injury, and obviously because of recent postponements and la-di-da. But Sarr really has had a few chances in this game, and one of them was where he collected the ball. It kind of went through the whole team, and then eventually he smashed it wide, and just really positive play from Watford. Really good knock-on from Pedro to win the header. Really good winning back from Hughes, and then it falls to Sarr, and he kind of just tried to take it at a difficult angle, and it's just swerving away from that goal. But if it's on target, I don't think Krul's saving it, because it's hit with so much power. On 9 minutes, Watford really putting the pressure on Norwich, really putting them under the cosh, and it was just an ideal start to kind of stamp our authority on the game. A really, really good ball in from Ismaila Sarr, and Gosling just swings and misses it, and I'm so perplexed as to how he doesn't find contact here, but he's getting in the right positions. It's just that final product, and he certainly is getting a lot of the ball, is Dan Gosling. Sarr also getting a lot of space, as we mentioned, on that right-hand side and trying to find a man, but ultimately, we're getting close. It's just not quite there yet. 12 minutes, and I don't know how we don't have a penalty, because literally he is hauled to the floor, Ismaila Sarr, by Norwich's left back. And I'm sorry, you cannot say that this Norwich defender is trying to play the ball. He's got his arms all over Sarr, and he hurls him down. And the referee's like, nah, no foul. All right, sick one, mate. But basically, it is what it is. Gosling has another chance in the space of that same minute in 12 minutes. And again, another good chance, but he fires it over. It kind of was a long range out, so I guess you can excuse it. But you really think at this point, when you're playing so well, you just have to score. You have to drive home your possession, your advantages, your chances, and make the most of it, because we have been really good. But we haven't got that goal, and that is going to be obviously pivotal. Hughes at times has been a little bit sloppy. He's not been too bad, but just the odd mistake got booked for a fairly unlucky challenge. I think he slipped more than anything, but apparently the ref says it's a yellow card. But he had a shot, Will Hughes, and it really is just not, strong enough. I say it's not strong enough. It is strong, but it's not direct enough, not accurate enough, and too ambitious really from there. He was trying to do another of his worldy volleys like he did against Fulham a few seasons back in the Prem. Outside of the box, one swing, thank you very much. But no, it was too ambitious, and he really should recycle the play, keep it going, keep it ticking, play it out wide. But, unfortunately chose for the shot and takes the pressure off really for Norwich there. But Watford, so far in this game, winning the ball back really well, and that's great to see. In a game of this kind of calibre, we need to be doing that. Cantwell was given a little bit too much space for my liking to wind up the shot, and it's a decent shot to be fair to him, but it's really good cover from the midfielder Gosling. Gets in time to block it, and it just loops just over on 18 minutes. And then again, another looping block from a really important touch. It's basically muscled off the ball by Dan Gosling, and he kind of loses possession in a bad area. And Ekong gets really well in front of Dowell, and Dowell has the shot. It's one of those ones, it could go anywhere, but luckily not in the back of the net after that deflection. And also there was a cross in for Hanley, and he won the header really well, strong effort, but it kind of was going towards goal. No one in Norwich City colours reacted to it, and it was really well cleared. Now, apparently there was a foul from Cleverley on 22 minutes, but I think it was pretty soft. And then from a really dangerous position, from a free kick, Norwich have a chance. But luckily, Dow is a pretty soft effort, and it's well caught by Backman and pretty comfortable to deal with. The free kick again comes after we give the ball away in a sloppy area. Really cheap from Francisco Ciarralta, and unlike his usual distribution. But right outside the box, you're thinking, come on, we got to really be careful here. But the wall does very well to block it. And the roles started to reverse around about 30 minutes, 28 minutes. Now Norwich start to have a bit more tempo and a bit more, style to their game. And actually Sarr needs to kind of track back a little bit more. He's doing well to go forward and give us those options on the right-hand side. But in this game, he needs to make sure he gets back and covers and, stops the likes of Emi Buendia crossing it in. So then Cleverley and Sarr, very good link-up. And then Sarr, it comes to him, and it's just cheeky, isn't it? It's really cheeky. He tries to beat the player, and what he does on 30 minutes, he just kind of shifts it past the defender, sends him one way, and then with the other foot, he kind of curls an effort, trying to beat Tim Krul at that near post, but it just can't quite get there, and Krul makes a good save, to be fair to him. Maybe he should go the far post, but ultimately that's what he opts for. Even if he does miskick it a little bit, it could have crept in. So important save for Norwich's goalie there. And Sarr does so well 3 minutes later to just really get back in there, win the ball back, and show that determination. And Gosling once again has a chance, but it just gets rolled to him, and he really needs to keep it down from that kind of position. So Watford right now, we're missing chances, and we just got to keep going. We've got to keep going, lads. The determination is there. Not quite the finishing, but I think we deserve to maybe have a goal here, and it could be an opportunity with Norwich not completely impressing. They haven't been amazing, but ultimately we know they can turn it on in that second half, so we've got to be careful of that. It's a pretty even game, to tell you the truth. Norwich have had a few half chances, we've had a few good chances, but it's kind of one of those teams could have scored, but neither of them have so far. And Sema, wonderful control. The ball is absolutely smashed into him. He takes one touch and then he shifts it really well to get the shot away, across goal, really strong. But it's another great save from Tim Krul. And then on the follow-up, you're thinking, come on, Sarr, following it in, he's got to score. but he just has to show a bit of pace to get there because he's quite far away from where Krul saved it. And then he's kind of bursting in, and the defender does really well, to be fair to him, gets back in and comes in from behind and kind of gets something on it to distract Sarr. And Sarr does give a decent effort away, but it's saved once again at the near post by Tim Krul. So Sarr has been the most involved for Watford, the most touches so far, and obviously yellow card for Hughes, unlucky, but it is what it is. So really, I think that it's been Watford mainly dictating it, you'd say just marginally by that 52-48 kind of ratio. It's been very marginal, but if we can take a bit of advantage from these marginal gains, then hopefully we can get our first goal of the game, and that will be key to deciding this contest. So just to end up the first half, Sema, really good ball in, and Pedro has a shot. He kind of has to hook it around him, but it's get blocked, and, you know, we just can't have the chance. So once again, we say this every week, but beat the first man from the corner, man. It's simple stuff, because we're getting the chances and we're making good saves out of Krul, but then we've got to make advantage from the corner, and we're not doing that so far. So yeah, let's give Sarr a bit more support on that right-hand side, because he can't do it all on his own. And also, it's great to end it with that really good tempo. And it's been an end-to-end game. Really exciting to watch. Let's hope for some goals now for Watford in the second half. Come on, you Horns!